It's Friday night, it's 8 p.m, and it's Noise from the boys. This week we're joined by Tony.
Now then.
Chris.
Alright.
A new addition, Martin, replacing Colin on the bench for now.
Hello.
And myself, Jockey. Right, straight into Sunday's game. It's the big one. It's Man United. It's the one we've all been waiting for. You panicking, so?
No, I'm strangely confident, which is a first for a good few years. I'm made up we're going into it because I know what we got. We set our stall out. You know what you're going to get off us. You're going to get the football, the possession and all that, and them two in off front. We've got the midfield, so it's a full squad as well, more or less, by Enrique. So everything's looking all right. But I'm like Moyes. He won't have a clue what to do. We spoke about it, haven't we, on the last one? The Manchester, the watching crowd and the public will demand they attack us. That's what they demand in an attacking football. Go and attack Liverpool. The Manx will be like, won't have a clue. Moyes has got this dithering Dave thing about him as well. Still, like, he knows how not to get beat done. He doesn't like quite know how to win, going through his Everton history. So I'm thinking everything's boding well for us on the day. Like, hopefully, touch wood, like touch MDF. But I think we'll win it. I think we'll win comfortably. Actually, I don't want to start like mouthing off about it because it's still Man United, and you know they can be up for it. And he throws a few videos on in the changing rooms and gets them all wound up, and you know what you'll be. But I can't see nothing about a Liverpool win. But like, got the gisters, haven't you, for Sunday? Like
2 weeks since we played, Matt. Do you think would you rather have had a game last weekend?
I think so. When you come off the back of a good result like we had against Southampton, very convincing, very comfortable. You just want the run to keep going, don't you? And England have this habit of throwing games in when Liverpool are on a good little streak. Very confident about Sunday. Just a bit nervous that we might give them an hiding and more United fans call for his head. We want him there for a while. I think the way he's carrying on. So we're on a good league run at the moment. 4 wins on the bounce. A 5th one would set us up nice for the running. I think it'd be a good boost for the fans, just to show the fans and the rest of the country where we're at. It's a good benchmark, I think, playing United at their place. No matter how their form's been going. This becomes a little bit of a derby game, isn't it? And anything can happen on derby games. They're going to be right up for it. We're going to be right up for it. I think we're favourites. I think we're favourites for the game. And if we just carry on doing what we're doing, don't get carried away by the occasion, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? You look pretty nervous.
I am, because every man I've spoke to over the last week are all just saying that, she's going to swat us. Yeah. Every man I've spoke to, they're all worries and, this, that and the other. But I'm going into the game too confident, and I don't like that. And they're making us favourites, you know what I mean? So this is the first time in 20 odd years that we've gone into this game at Old Trafford favourites. So that's the only thing that's bugging me. But, on form, we should go out there and blather them. But that's the only thing that's doing me head in. But, with the way we're playing and their defence, who's going to play? Vidic, Jones, Ferdinand, I don't know. Whoever they play, you can only see our forwards tearing them apart. So every game I go into it, I expect to win. I expect it to be Southampton, and we did comfortably. But I think to keep the same team as we did against Southampton would be the right team, because it looked like it was more shape away from home. Joe Allen in there, and we'll need that midfield. So hopefully, go there. I'd be happy with a 1-0 win, just a little scrapey 1-0 win, to be honest. I want to beat them 3 or 4-0, but
scrapey,
little scrappy 1-0 win, yeah. As Chelsea are doing at the minute, just scraping them 1-0 wins, and it just sets it up, doesn't it? But I'm confident, but I'm a bit overconfident, so that's the only time for. But all in all,
right. Coutinho or Sterling on the bench? We need something. It's a game where we need something to come off the bench.
I think Sterling should start. I was just going to say, I think we're going to get loads of joy out of Sterling up against, if it's ever playing. I think he's going to be the man who's going to do a lot of damage for us. As someone said earlier, United fans won't want them to sit back and try and soak up a draw or soak up a win. They're going to want to have their full-backs bombing on like they always do. and I think that's where we'll get a lot of joy with Sterling.
I think Sterling should start as well. I think Coutinho's on the bench. He weren't no great shake against Southampton, was he? But Sterling coming off the bench was, that was a master stroke, wasn't it? So I think he'll switch it this time. I think he'll stick Sterling in and then use Coutinho later on. But yeah, Sterling go at them.
The first 15 minutes are going to be pivotal, aren't they, Tom?
Pivotal. The wrong time we used that with. I think he'll stick with the same again, me. I think he'll bring Dingo on because it's a big pitch as well. I think he'll bring Sterling on later on in the game, like when it's gone a bit like more tired. The players are a bit more tired. I think it'd be made for him in the middle as well, Coutinho. Do you know what I mean? The size of the pitch and that. But I'm going to stop this thing, of apprehensive feelings about it. We're the real deal now, so we should stop thinking I've still got this in the back of my head. I know you do have it because we're eternal pessimists, aren't we? But it's about time we start going to these places and going, look, we've gone everywhere in this league this season and murdered teams. All right, you may not have got the right results on the day, but we've gone there and just give them a class in football, give them a lesson. So it's about time, and let's have it. They're no big shakes. They're being found out for what they are now. Ferguson's gone. Do you know what I mean? I think we'll go there, and with the fans, we should be going there with this mentality of not more than a win and stop the apprehensive thing. Once you're in the ground there, you're just bouncing anyway, aren't you? So there's none of that coming across.
I think in recent weeks as well, in the string of wins we have had, we've had two. We've come out the blocks and we've given two teams a good hiding. Yeah. But tied in with that has been two performances where we've won by the odd goal, 5 goals in one game, 7 goals in another game, where we've got character as well. We're not just a team that we have a good day, we beat a team 3-0, and then the next week we get turned over. The games where we do have to knuckle down, it looks like we've got that in our locker as well.
Aye. Well, he's right there what you're saying there, because we've showed 3 aspects of different games and what we've got mentality-wise in us. We can give you the 4 to 5-0 and play us off the park. We've proved that. Like Martin said, we've got the scrappy 4-3s, 3-2s, and we've also proved that we've gone away with a clean sheet and done the 3-0. So there's the three totally different aspects of football that we can get. We've got a few things in our locker. There's no plan A. We've got a plan B and a plan C now, which.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We're a better team than them, and if we do turn up on the day, we're going to beat them. That's no doubt. And it all hinges on the ref as well. United, Liverpool have always hinged on big mad ref decisions. Like Shelby a few years ago at Anfield, getting sent off. Mascherano at Old Trafford getting sent off early on. So anything like that can happen early on. So none of that happens, and you keep 11 players on the pitch. Get one of them sent off would be all right. But it all hinges on what the referee wants to do in the game as well. If he wants to stick his little 2 penalty in, doesn't he? Stick, while it's live on the telly. Clattenburg is as well, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah. They're going to be screaming for blood though, aren't they? The Manx, and as I said, the first 15 minutes is going to be important. So as you say,
they're going to be nervous, Jock, because they've got Olympiacos on Wednesday and then they've got City the week after. So just quieting them down, and that early goal's pivotal.
I think they're going to be more nervous than we are.
We are, yeah.
It's a massive game. We're at the top of our game at the moment. They hate us more than anyone. They hate us more than they hate City. There's no getting away from that. This is their biggest game. Their biggest league game of the season.
It's ours.
It is as well. And our friends across the park, they won't like to hear this, but that's all we. United are our biggest rivals at the moment. Yeah, it is, and the one I get most nervous about, to be honest. But I think their fans, if we get an early goal or it's not going, it's not going according to plan, the first 15, 20 minutes, that place will be like a morgue. It will.
I think the team, the Man U, the players think they're still a good team. Do you know what I mean? And you hear them talking, things aren't going for us, and we're having we're unlucky in front of goal and bits of. But the fans know the shite. Yeah. So the fans will be sitting in that ground knowing, Liverpool are better than us. And like you said, if it doesn't go their way and we get an early goal, I can see it just turning right away. The using when all this coming out the ground, the tension will flood onto the pitch, because he still thinks they've got a decent team. He's still chatting Fort, and he's talking about Fort, and you know what I mean?
They've only conceded 12 goals at home this season, United, but they've only scored 13.
They haven't played us yet, though.
I think that says a lot about how he sets them up. you know, they're not a great attacking team the way he set them up. Even though he's got some of the best attacking players in the world, he doesn't set them up to be a great attacking team. David Moyes has always, you know, prided himself on being a good defensive unit first and foremost, and trying to nick a win from there. So I think that stands up to be gone along with those stats really.
Do you think Louis has been saving himself for this one? 1 goal in how many? 6 games? It's the time for him to shine, isn't it?
Back on the goal trail, innit? So this is the game he looks forward to the most as well, innit? Know what I mean? So I think I don't know. I'm going with Sturridge as well. I'm going with Sturridge again, but you know, Suarez has got to be involved in a big way, ain't he?
Yeah. There's loads of little subplots in the game, isn't he? There's loads. You got the everything with him again, and like that's always good to watch, isn't it? You've got like Brendan with Moyes now, you know what I mean? The new fella on the block type thing. There's those little subplots going off the chair. Myself, I watched the kids, if I can just go on about that. I watched the under-21s at West Ham the other night. And they played Sacho. Good to see Sacho. And good to see that they want to play in them type of games, you know what I mean? Travel down to some, wasn't like Upton Park or not, some little stadium ground. Lucas and Sacho. And like, I watched it, and the kid in the middle for them went right through Lucas, and he was fuming. He grabbed him by the scruff of the neck, but he was made up. He'd done the full 90 minutes. But I'd like to see, I don't think he'd throw him in this game at this magnitude, like, but I'd like to see Gerrard push forward for these last few games and put Lucas in there, do you know what I mean? Because I still think Gerrard's wasted, like, not wasted, he can do a number there because he's world class, but he's wasted a lot of what he can offer us attacking wise. You know, that extra impetus, because it's going to come down to goals anyway, I think, at the end of the season, do you know what I mean? I'll just push him slightly forward, but it's the dilemma, who you drop.
I don't know. So we've got the goals in us up with them other two and Coutinho.
Yeah, but it's an extra, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's doing well where he is now, and that's what's making us tick what we're doing. Know what I mean? Rodgers has got him there, and he's looking more settled now where he is. So now we'll leave him where he is, I think. I mean, Lucas isn't going to come in straight away. Now he's
no, that's what I mean. He wouldn't play him in this game. I'm just saying my point of view. I would have.
But Henderson's doing well now, isn't he? So I don't know.
Have you got Van Persie fit, have they? Is he fit for this game?
He's battered his tummy out recently, hasn't he, though? So
it's all over Sky Sports today that he had an interview with the Man United website or something like that, and he's saying he'd be happy to extend his deal beyond. I think he's got 2 years left on his deal, Van Persie. He'd be happy to stay at the club longer. Moyes has come out and said, I'm happy he's saying this. To me, it reeks of a market and it reeks of a PR thing. Yeah. You know, we need a little bit of a G up before this big fixture. Do us a favour, Robin. Let's try and quash these rumours that are going on. There's something going on there with Van Persie. 100%. I think he's not too into the stifling tactics that Moyes uses.
Well, the thing he said about, he was in the paper when he's saying people are going into my areas where I play, and they highlighted it, Cara highlighted it on the Olympiacos game the other night. There was loads of things. He was making runs and looking at the ball, and he bumped into Rooney on one, and then another one he bumped into, I think Smalling was stayed up from a corner or something. He's bumped into him. So it's like what he said, they've jumped all over it and highlighted it, and it's like, it's good to see, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, make an highlight of that.
I was looking at the stats of one of their games this season where Rooney and Van Persie started. They got beat 2-0, and it showed how many passes they'd done to each other, and the only passes they'd done to each other was 3. Kick-off and the second half, and 4 and the goals. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that tells you something, like, doesn't it?
2 big egos, isn't it? Well, they've got a few egos, but when you go through the team that they're playing, that's Smalling and that Jones, and like he's done a pre-agreement, and Vidic with Inter Milan apparently. So Tingo wants to go to Monaco, Evra wants to go back to Monaco. Well, he's like, there's all little things there where they're not happy. It's not just what's in the papers. There's other things as well, isn't he? So.
Well, the Manx I was talking to in work, they were saying there's no chance they're going to be playing Vidic or Ferdinand. He said because they're off, aren't they? They're gone at the end of the season, so there's no chance of them playing. So, with a bit of luck, that the other two.
I love the way you're talking to loads of Manx now, though, innit? We couldn't talk to them for 20 years, and now we're just like over bad. There's 2 hours work. I can't stop talking to them.
I know, it's great. But they come over with like a little puppy dog, like, be easy on me.
There's one point that none of you have noticed going into this game, and confidence. Come Sunday, we could be 10 points behind Chelsea. we haven't had a game next weekend, but we'll talk about our rivals for in the top 4, top 5. Chelsea played Spurs last week. What was it? 4-0 to the end.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would like to talk about the 10 points. I'm going to go positive. I'm going to bank on Villa. And then with 7 points we win, and then we're 4 points behind with a game in hand.
Correct. And we've got to come
look on the positive of it instead of going with 10 points behind them. Come on, Villa, give them a game.
Yeah, well, we're talking about going for the league, aren't we?
I don't know. After Chelsea's win against Arsenal, against Spurs last week, I think that's it's shut us up a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're going for the league, but like I'd be happy with a draw on Sunday. To be honest, I know.
But it cost us the league, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
If they get a result at Villa tomorrow.
Yeah, well that's it. There's still 2 months to go in the season, so you don't know.
9 games after the United.
I'd be happy with a draw because I'm more than happy just to get into the top 4 at the minute. And to win the league, we all want to win the league, and we're looking at it, and we are in for the league. But no, I'd be happy with a draw and then win our own games. Go away to Cardiff.
1-0.
Yeah, no, I know, of course.
There's a draw or a 1-0, you don't know.
No, Tony, but what I'm saying is, we're talking about the league, you're going for the league.
Yeah, so we're going for the league, there's no two ways about it.
Yeah,
a draw's no good.
I know.
Yeah, alright, a draw's no good, but all I'm saying is, I'd be happy with a draw.
Why? So you don't fall out with your monk mates and work?
I'm not contradicting myself.
Who told you that, the monks?
I know what you mean. I think what Chris is saying is, let's cement our 4th place. Let's cement our 4th place. I think you're saying, aren't you?
Well, I've been saying this all the time, Martin. Yeah. To cement this 4th place so we can relax. But he's just jumped all over it.
Anyway, getting back to cementing this 4th place. That's what I tried to go into before Tony totally changed the subject. Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, our rivals. It's all starting to pan out now. Spurs are dropping off. According to our other pundit, Colin, who's normally here, he went to the Spurs game last night with work, and he said we've got no worries about them for 4th place. They're garbage.
It's weekends like this where we have got 2 of our rivals playing against each other. Because United have done this in the past. They play on a Sunday, and on the Saturday when they've been in a league running, whether it be Chelsea or Arsenal or whoever. And Arsenal have dropped points on the Saturday, and United have capitalise on it. This is going to be a good weekend for us because one of them 2 is going to drop points, and we can get maximum points this weekend. It's
Arsenal Spurs tomorrow, is it?
No, it's Super Sunday. They're 4 o'clock.
Yeah. But there you go. What you're saying there is there's always a game in the running that you look at and say that's just running the league there, or that so. Yeah, you can all this and buts, but if Chelsea did go there to Villa Park and get beat, and then we did beat United, you could turn around and say that could be the game that turns it for us.
Tony's got his iPads on there. I think he's got all the run-ins. Chelsea's run-ins ridiculous.
It's not because you can look at it both ways. Look, they're going from they got Villa away, then they've got Arsenal. Palace away is no easy shake now with Pullis there. They've got Stoke, who's they've been proved that they're having people off. Swansea away. Sunderland, maybe. They've got us. Norwich will be fighting for their lives. And Cardiff away. Go to the last game. So it's a mixture of they have got top, but they've got a lot of teams at the bottom. You can say the same about us, but it's no foregone conclusion, is it, that Chelsea are going to win all them?
They might still be in the fighting for the Champions League. The Champions League. They're going to be getting busy with games. Chelsea, they might still be thereabouts with their eye on other prizes.
Yeah, but look at City there at the start of the season. I think they won the first 9 games. Now, how many games has City lost and drew over the last, 6 or 7 games? They haven't won many, have they? So, there's loads of games left.
Yeah, it shows you momentum is everything as well. Yeah. At this stage of the season, you carry a momentum as well as your form as well. And we've got the momentum and the form. If we were just scraping wins, I'd be like, oh, no, but we're doing it. We're just mashing teams. We're just caning them.
We're not going to win every game to the end of the season.
Why?
Because we're not.
Lloydie, listen to him, lads. Lloydie, come on. You told us we were going to win the league. I believe Lloydie.
I remember Gerard Julia. He said we've got 12 cup finals. We went to Koch. We done the treble.
We weren't that season.
It was that season. We can argue about this. It was that season. Martin.
I think that was the season when we nearly won. When we we done all right in the league, wasn't it? I don't think it was the treble winning season.
I think it was when we come second or something like that.
Was that aim for the stars and your land amongst the clouds season when he was coming out with?
I think it was 2003, to be honest with you.
Well, haven't we got 10 cup finals? How many games left? 9?
10.
10, haven't we got 10 cup finals now?
9 competitions,
Is it 9?
10.
Not in any other competitions.
9 after the United game, innit?
No, it's 9 now, isn't it?
Let's go back to the draw.
Oh, these white collar boxing here, I think.
Oh, come on. Tony's just going back to the to our fixtures. 1, 2, 3.
Scum. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Will you start
9.
listening to me?
Including United.
No.
No, 9 with United.
No, Swansea, Southampton away for it, he played then.
Yeah, look, Scum is on again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9.
Okay, 9 games. 9 games.
Thank you.
9 games from
9 cup
from
finals.
history.
9 games from like a week off work for recovery.
I like Dagger's shout there, though. We said we're all relaxed.
Who's?
Agger.
I thought you said Dagger. That's like his new name for Kenny.
No, yeah. No, Agger, he said, no, we're relaxed. He said, but we've got it on our shoulders. We can go into these games relaxed, and they're only playing 1 game a week.
Yeah. I was see the live press conference today, 2 o'clock, saying to you, Brendan, it was brilliant, you know what I mean? You were on it, watch it anyway, because they had Moyes on Sky Sports, he'd done his earlier on, and he was all like repetition, you know what I mean? You could see Moyes' kipper was like deadly serious. Brendan was dead light-hearted, it was boss the way he come across. He was saying, one of the scribes went, what was the question he hit him with, the first one, before he led into the... He said, is there any between you two that you see similarities? Do you know what I mean? The way you come into your job last year, you see similarities with him? And he went, no. He said, he come into a team of champions. I never. He said, I knew. He said, and plus, he said, the history of the club and all this he was going on about. He said, well, you had to recover like him from a major manager like Dalglish, and you got Ferguson. And he went, no. He said, I see it all around the club, all the history. He said, what did he say? Managers in the clouds or managers in the stands, watch me. Yeah, it was good little... What you said. Yeah, it was a good little thing, but and then I forgot the other thing he went on to, slipped my mind out because I was going to sound like Tully again, but...
I read a bit of that. He said about when he took over the job, he said he just carried on the foundations that Dalglish has left, which was very kind of him, I thought. Yeah. But yeah, he took us over, we were 8 when he took us over.
That's what he said. He said that the Manx still your benchmark. That's what he said. He said the Man United still your benchmark, and he said no, the best is our benchmark. Liverpool's my benchmark. He said I've got teams here that I can take like on board to be the benchmark. He said I'm don't bother with Man United. It was brilliant, you know what I mean? It was all like back to like it's about us. I'm not on about them. Let us go. We're going there. He said I've gone to every ground to win. He said I'm still going to have that philosophy. He said I go everywhere to win. He said, you know, used to be with Dooley, we'd go there and get Benitez, we'll get a point there, and he'd have to see some maps out really before the start of the...
Hodgson used to say I'd be happy with his defeat there.
Yeah, he did.
As long as it's not too
But yeah, so it's usually about this time of year that we play United. And you remember the last big huge game against them was back this week, back in 2009. Do you remember that week at all?
Yeah, not half. It started with the Villa and the 5-0 on the Sunday. Then we beat the so-called biggest team in the world, Madrid 4-0, put 4 past them, put them to the sword, which was one of the greatest games I've seen at Anfield as well, until this season. And it finished with the 4-1 on Sunday. So 2 of the so-called biggest teams in the world put to the sword by the Reds.
Put to the sword by De Sena, they were, both of them.
Yeah, De Sena scored in 2 games, didn't he?
It was like...
There's only 2 things he ever done.
There's another one I said he's a winner, because I like the Italian footy. I talked him up and he fell short of the standards, didn't he?
But Vidic got raped that day, didn't he? By Torres, didn't he? I was away. I was in Asia. I watched that in Asia for all 3 of them games. It was great watching.
That was the last time you beat them at Old Trafford.
Was it?
As well, yeah. 4-1, yeah.
Right then, so we'll flip back to the Man United game in a minute. Tony's pointing at the Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea bullet points on me piece of paper, which we've just talked about for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, so we were having...
But I went to Nicky Holt's show last night. Have you been to see it yet, so?
Yeah, I went last year. Brilliant.
It's been endorsed by the club now, though.
No, yeah, well, they had the kids there, didn't they? Take all the youth. He was asking last year to get if you could get the first team and the youth players and the reserves and all that, and they never went to learn a bit of history. But I believe they went this time. They photographed them outside the Royal Court, to find out these young kids, especially to find out what we're all about anyway.
Birds team man as well, didn't he?
Yeah, they got on stage. Yeah, got them up on the stage.
Ronnie Moran was sitting in front of me, and Davy Fairclough as well.
Yeah, he's like. It's a great show. If you've never seen it, it's amazing, actually, isn't it?
How's he looking like, Ronnie Moran?
I think it's the one. It's the one that a lot of music in it.
Yeah, it's
got Anthony Godfrey.
Yeah.
I went to see that last year. Yeah, it's very touching, isn't it? There's a lot of emotional parts of it.
There's cheers, there's sorrow, there's jubilation. There's like you go through the full range of emotions, don't you? And he does the Hillsborough and the Heysel bits classy, like he does them good. You know what I mean? He doesn't like mug them off in any way. Like they're done like how you'd expect them to be done. Do you know what I mean? On a fan's point of view.
I liked the very beginning where he was doing like the recreation of
the Sandon
and how John Holding took over and they all put the big mad moustache on. They were going once and twice now, you know.
Yeah. A bit of Frankie Howard in there. Was he on our board?
But it was good, and I was surprised as well.
I think about it as well. It's going to go on forever, as Nicky said, because every season it's going to be something happening every season. That's what he said. So
it goes right up to Louis, and
that's what he said. He's going to the history what Liverpool are making. It's going to be going on and on. So that show will probably done forever.
I
thought he should have called it "This Is Liverpool." Really? I
watched This Is Liverpool this week, and one of our cuddly pundits here, Tony, you popped up in it, didn't you?
Well, not me, personified, not me.
Your alter ego?
Yeah, my alter ego, the builder. Well,
you weren't a builder, you know, you was a carpenter.
So was Jesus. Right.
Was that method acting?
No,
I had an invisible son. No, that pen. Doubled up as a son.
Joseph was the carpenter, really. Jesus
was a carpenter. He made his man a table. But right, I doubled up my pen, my barrel pen.
The West Wallasey van.
No, well, you put your... Listen, I've explained this on earlier shows, the carry on of what I've done. Now, the proof is in the pudding, all right, I'll take my medicine, but... at least I'm not with that if he was walking out with Chelsea, am I? You know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse, couldn't it?
I'd have to say, Lynchy put a belter one on Twitter there. He said the fella who walked in with that stanny, he said he looked like a pile of washing.
It was funny when they walked out and Ryan Turney shouted after them, "See you later, lads."
Yeah.
What's happening next week?
So we talk about it, do we? Yeah, we're talking in a light mood now. I don't know, I don't have nothing to do with it, do I? But I believe they're still filming.
You don't have nothing to do with it, but you're in it.
Yeah, but that was from 2 years ago, innit? I can't know what's been done 2 years ago. But they're still filming it down the corner, apparently, someone was saying.
You love that leather jacket, though, don't you?
The leather comes out everywhere. We've got 3, haven't I?
Everyone wears a suit for ladies' day. You two threw the old leather on.
I was scouting. That's ladies' day. You don't get tickied up, do you?
Jumping out the rangy.
That's it, the white one.
Have you watched it, so?
No,
you're not like De Niro, are you? You don't watch your own film.
No, Chris, give me just through shame. Not to do with anything else. But Chris gave me a run of commentary with Natalie, didn't you, on Sunday night? All I could hear was, "Oh, lad, I feel sorry for you." And I was like, what's going on? Just put it on. I went, "No, I can't."
They were saying, "Why that bit a minute?" I said, "I can't wait till next week." When's it on again? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday night. The worst 20 minutes of your life every Sunday night.
It's on Vimeo.com. It's on internet.
Can I say, whoever's doing it, good luck to them. And I've said this before, the carry-on of our city is a disgrace about it, I think. So what, they're making a thing? There's worse things going on. Read the Echo every night.
Benefit Street.
You know what I mean? What are they doing? They put their own money together to try and do something to earn some coin. Any scouts are earning a coin, good luck to them, I'm not asked. Look at Colleen, you had people talking about Colleen Rooney, who's she living off his back. She does her own thing, she's a scout and earning money. Good luck to anyone earning, because they can't believe they're carrying on. And the people who were doing it, I'm like on Facebook all the time, I'm not asked about it, but stop talking about it, because you're fanning the flames for them, aren't you? If you want to, like, take it out on them, don't talk about it. Don't give it any attention, and then they won't win.
Because you're sick of people talking about it.
Yeah. Let's just put it to bed now, eh?
That was Liverpool. We've got this. What are we doing Sunday, so? Where are we watching the game?
Well, it does look like we're going now with these tickets, like rock and all shit, aren't they? They're fucking £300 of here and now and like so. But you usually go up. It's a funny ground, Man United, because if we go on Robbie's coach from the 12th, like, well, we went last year and we got one outside. You'd always one pop up. But this one now seems to be like you might not be getting one outside, and there's nowhere to go and watch it outside the ground because you know what it's like. You can't go in a boozer with them. So if you're getting back on the coach, there's nothing on the coach for you to watch. So it's either make a decision. If you don't get your ticket on before the day, you're not going and go and watch it somewhere. So I'll watch it. I don't like watching Liverpool in a boozer anyway. I'll probably just watch it in the house. Maybe.
So you're not coming on the walk with me?
No, I'm going to watch the match.
Oh, I'm doing the training.
Well, are you going to get to watch the match? Are you stopping to watch the match?
We're stopping in West Kirby to watch the match. It was you who told me.
Oh, well, that's what we're doing then. We'll do that. I didn't know they were stopping to watch the game. I thought they were missing the game.
No, stopping to watch. Well, if I'm going, I'm stopping to watch the game. I'll end up walking home on my own.
Oh, well, I'll do that. Sorry, Jock. I'll do that with you. I'll watch the game, then I'll have to walk.
Right, as if you don't know, me and Tony are training for the We Never Walked Alone Hillsborough walk on Easter weekend. A thank you from all the groups involved, the HFSG, the HJC, Hope for Hillsborough. It's just they've all come together and they're doing a walk from Sheffield to Anfield, 96 miles. So me and Tony are training for that, and Chris is supposed to be training for it.
I am.
You know, because hopefully Chris will be on, so we'll keep it updated on that. It's not for charity, it's just an awareness and thank you thing.
Thank you,
where will you be watching the game then, Matt?
More than likely in the house. I'm the same as Tony. I don't really like watching in the pub. You get too distracted, don't you?
Yeah.
Talking and, you know, you turn your back next minute, there's a penalty and you've missed it. And if I don't go to the game, I just enjoy watching in the house, to be honest. Concentrating and watching it.
Yeah.
So you're going to join us on the walk, Chris?
No, I'm still sweating on 2 tickets. Me and my mate in work, Paul. So, find out tomorrow. Fingers crossed, but I can't see it. I'm not building my hopes up, like, but no, I'll be watching it with my half. I'll thinking, me Mars.
I used to be Chris's matchmate, but he'll jump in bed with anyone lately, you know.
Who's got a ticket?
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is, so.
You can tell. Seeing as we're not going for the league, he wants these tickets, doesn't he? Hey.
No, he's getting me them. So
who's this week's wanker of the week? Whoever lets you down on a ticket. Ronan.
If I don't get it, he can't get it. Self-propelled wanker of the week last week, but I've got diplomatic immunity, haven't I? So I can't get it.
Have we got a wanker of the week? Anyone upset us this week, Chris? Anyone upset you, Matt? Oh, Katie Hopkins, what's her name?
Yeah, Katie Hopkins, she upset me the other day. Well, she's upset me twice now today. Because Bob Crow passed away, and like all he done was like to better people's, you know, like working standards and give them things like canteens, you know, simple things like that, and like better wages for cleaners and all that. And the day the lad died, you'd have a bit of something to buy. You don't have to say nothing if you don't know him anyway. But
he was a Millwall, isn't he? But she was Millwall as well, Bob Crow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he big union Leeds away, and he was bang on.
Yeah, but like she's jumped on Twitter right away, and she's had 3 little pokes on Adam saying, you know, the fella's only just passed away. The day he passed away, she's going, the trains will run on time now, and I don't think we'll be waiting. You know, and all this. And then today with Tony Benn passing away, she's had a little pop again about him. Do you know what I mean? Something about benefits or something. And so I myself would like her. It doesn't have to be football orientated, does it? So this Katie, obviously, she's just someone, a kite. You just want to smash her head in.
They're just trying to be controversial, these hacks on Twitter to get as many retweets as they can. That's what gets them popular and, you know, and gets them jobs, I suppose.
Do you know what I think it is, deep down? I was thinking this today. Do you know the carry-on after Thatcher, the way we were all partying and all that? I think this is their carry-on back. You know, when these, like, socialist trade unionists are dying, this is how the well-to-do are getting their own back on it. You know, like, jumping on board and like, taking the piss out of someone because of the way we carried on. So is this a roles reverse for the well-to-do? Is this their party in the streets? Do you know what I mean? A bit heavy there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Politics section.
Moving on. Right, so, we didn't even start with the insult to wanker of the week.
Oh, wanker of the week. Wanker of the week. He's the wanker of the week.
So this week,
Well, that's if it's an unanimous vote. Seeing as we're
no.
talking about trade unions.
We can't have Moyes, can
I'll
we?
put it to the floor.
We can't have Moyes. We can't have Moyes because he gets it every week. You can have. I want Mourinho because he's just a wanker. But no, we'll give it Katie Hopkins.
No, why Mourinho? Why? What's he said now? Oh, it's just because you don't like him?
I just don't like him.
Yeah, no. But I'll go with Katie Holmes just for being horrible.
Yeah.
Katie Holmes.
Is that Tom Cruise's beard?
Kate Hopkins.
Katie Hopkins. Sorry, Katie Holmes.
Okay, this week it's Katie Holmes. Moving on. Touching again on the Hillsborough stuff. Tomorrow night in the Bridewell in town in York Street, I think it is, which is near the bottom of Duke Street. Dominic Dunn. It's the launch of his song Angel for the Ann Williams charity. And as I say, that's in the Bridewell tomorrow. Get down there if you can. It's available on iTunes and it must be getting released this week. But you can buy it. You can pre-buy it on iTunes. So they want to get it to number one. We want to get it to number one on the iTunes chart. So that's starting at about 7:30 down in the Bridewell tomorrow night. So if you can get down there and support them, do so.
75 pence or something in it to download.
Yeah.
Downloads it.
And you can download as many as you want.
Yeah. And does that count as it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, we're touching on that. I've got a little... it's just a little story about Celtic Football Club. And they ran their own story on the official club website explaining about Ann Williams' struggle for Kevin and that. And just letting the masses know up there what's going on about it. And they put a big thing on the website and in the programme saying how you can pre-order it, you know what I mean? And pre-order the song on iTunes, which is only 79 pence as well. So you'd be a fool not to buy 20 of them, wouldn't you? Which was good by Celtic. Like, there's a few links with us and Celtic and over things like that. They're always top-notch Celtic when it comes to helping out. Like,
I think it's in the Everton programme as well. I think there's
there is.
in the Everton programme as well.
I think he's going on the pitch, reading in the Echo the other night.
He's on in Nicky Holt's show. I'm not sure if it's this week or the last night when we're there. He's got a part in that, singing it.
How did you get in Nicky's show last night, by the way?
I got a freebie off Liverpool FC.
Oh, clever man, isn't he? He's a warm order, isn't he? He's us sitting in the house.
When are you going to send us down on one of these shows? And what? When are you going to send us down on one of these little jaunts?
Yeah, pass one away, one of them.
Little freebie.
They give us free tickets to get down there, and I had a big scran in the house when I got down there. It was a free scran with it. I was gutted.
Yeah.
I was gutted. No, not free ale, but a free scran.
That doesn't make us feel any better, though.
But our tickets when we're going on the 29th, I think that's got a scran with it, you know. So Lloydie's booked us on the 29th to go for a meal in town, but I think you get a scran with the ticket. We're going to have to look up.
Well, our tickets have balls on the card. They're just standard downstairs.
Downstairs is all food. But how much is it? How much are they?
No, it's an extra tenner for the food, wasn't it?
So how much are our tickets?
21, 22, was it?
25, they're the ones with the food.
That the last night?
It's the last night,
It's the last night, yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Food just
we're coming to the end. It's not a long one tonight with not having a game last week. But right back to this game on Sunday. What do you think? What are your predictions for Sunday?
I'm going to go. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. 3-1 win. I can see us coming out the blocks. I can see them not knowing how to deal with us. I think they're going to be mixed messages amongst their fans. Shall we attack them? Bloody hell, they're attacking us. It's going to be very.
He's behind you.
It's going to be very confusing from their point of view, and I think that confusion is going to lead to a Liverpool win.
Yeah, the perfect. It's not that we need to rub not just United's nose in. We need to rub Zinedine Zidane's nose in it as well. Your prediction for Sunday, Christopher?
As I said, it's all true, but I'm going with 1-0. Sturridge, 1-0 Sturridge. I went with that early on the season.
You think so? He thinks a point will do, so he's going for 1-0.
Yeah. No, I'll be happy with a draw, but I'm going for 1-0. 1-0 Sturridge.
What about you, Sol?
I'm going for the 2009 scoreline, 4-1.
4-1.
4-1, I'm going.
And who's going to score first?
King Louis.
No, I mean they scored first in 2009.
Yeah, no, I'm going for the scoreline, not the way the game went out. And see the way I say King Louis now, I like him. It started off at the start of the season, I was a bit temperamental.
What about you, Jock?
It's a difficult one. There's going to I think we're going to concede, and I think we're going to score. I'll go for 2-2. First goal, Jordan Henderson.
Ooh, controversial.
2-2.
2-2.
Okay, sorry.
As you say, if you spoke to most Liverpool fans now who aren't too confident, they'll all go for it. They'd take a point. If they're looking at Champions League, they'll take a point. If they're looking at the league, they want to beat them 8-0. You know what I mean? I mean, hopefully tomorrow we're going to walk away. We've been scoring loads of 4s and 5s all season. So if we come away with 4 goals,
Not away from home.
I don't think we've got
as long as they only score 3, we score 4. The same old adage. We've been scoring more goals than the other team, haven't we? But for me, I think, I don't think, but I'm going 2-2. Just before we go, Twitter corner. Tony's our Twitter corner.
Yeah,
Or is it? He's pointing at Martin.
No, I'm pointing at the seat. That's Lloydie's seat, sorry, Mark. It's Lloydie's. Lloydie loves his social networking, doesn't he? But I've just got to mention Vinnie Jones. Blockhead's got a few people down from Glasgow and they're staying. I think he's taking one of them to the match tomorrow. I don't know how he's met them anyway, but he's got a few staying with him tonight. And it's Sean, Louise, Steve and Declan. And they're all staying in Vinny's house, but he'd like to say an happy birthday from everyone on the show to Anne. It's Anne's birthday tonight, so Anne will have a 4 can of tenants with her. She's down with her Mars bars in Bassett. But anyway, we hope you like the show. And it's the first time, like I say, they're down from Glasgow listening in. So, Vinny, there's your mention for your mates from Glasgow.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else got anything to say?
My mate, in work, he's been listening to it, only the last couple of weeks.
One of your man's mates is this?
No, I was Paul, he went to United with us actually, and the coach. He's been listening to the Anfield rap. And since he's been
him a mention?
Since he's been listening to this, he said, what have I been listening to that for? That firm of, that firm. But no, he's made up with it, yeah. He's, I think he'd be on his way up to Scotland tonight, to live in Fesh. Yeah. That's where he's off to.
Yeah, sorry as well. Sorry to interrupt. I forgot to give a mention out from one of my mates from work, Lewis. Lewis, he's listened in a few times on a Friday as well. So I said I'd give him a listen. So Lewis Collins is a good read as well.
You're professionals.
Yeah, that's what it's
Right,
How did they do on me debut?
No,
by
that's
the way?
right, this week.
How did they do on me debut?
Yeah, you were quite good, but Martin, it's not really his debut because he also does live from the Solly, which we haven't done for about. Well, we haven't done since the beginning of January. We'll try and do the live from the Solly after the Southampton game, but it would have been a night game. It mightn't be worth it. Sunderland, sorry. But just before we go, if you've only just caught the back end of this live show, it'll be repeated later on tonight. It'll be repeated. It'll be repeated in the middle of the night for our friends down in Australia, in Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, and also for our friends across the pond in New York and Chicago, Boston, and other parts of the world. But it'll be, as I say, be repeated tonight, and then it'll be repeated about 4 times tomorrow. So keep an eye on our Twitter and Facebook feeds. And Columbo's just popped in with one more thing.
Anyone got any tickets to Swansea? Honest to God, just throw them right over. We'll be there. Meet you anywhere.
I don't think Columbo would find tickets for this. Columbo, let me get this right. You want the tickets for United? Right, Columbo.
Just one more thing.
Let me get this right. You was in the library?
Right, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Up the Reds, and let's hope we turn them Manx over on Sunday.
Come on, the Reds.
What did you get out?